Or I'm not drawing for you. Go and get yours, Chantal.
Discover what may have brought down the plane. I seize a
Your one's over there. You were drawing on it before. I know you were. I watched you.
Airport outside of Pittsburgh.
Go and get yours.
Where
Bring it
a
in.
fully operational DC-4
Yes, there is a
is
button.
waiting on the tarmac. Piloting the Spirit of Freedom are Tim
You got a
Choate
texter? Where's
and
your
Dave
texter?
Shirtliff. Nice to meet you, sir. Look at this beauty.
This texter?
It is something.
Unbelievable.
That'll do.
And how many of these DC-4s are
Now,
so
what do you
far?
want? Do you want a
Well, as we know it right now,
do you want a ladybug or do you want
six
a
in the whole world. Yeah, that's it.
butterfly?
She said he
Has a
wants
unique livery,
the
Spirit
ladybug.
of
Do you
Freedom,
want a butterfly or a
Berlin airlift on the tail.
Butterfly.
Humanitarian operation?
That is
Butterbug?
correct. Just after World War II.
What is a butterbug?
In
Nothing.
1948, Soviet troops blockaded West Berlin,
Nothing.
cutting off
I'm just
all
being
rail and
silly.
road links into the city.
Okay.
In response, the United States launched the Berlin airlift,
Wow.
and for 18 months, an armada of planes, including this one,
so
went into
funny.
action, dropping nearly
so
3 million
funny.
tons of supplies
Hey, is
to
that
the
a
desperate
happy
Berlin
ant?
It's going to be a butterfly.
How long have you been piloting this plane?
It looks like a slug.
26 years.
Wow. I
It
noticed
looks
a
like a
few
slug for
oil
now.
pools
Oh,
underneath
no.
it. That's
Yes,
not normal?
yes, very
Yeah.
common. For a radial engine, that's very common. The saying goes
Hey,
like
so
this.
you
if
look
there's
like
no
made
oil
of
on
hawk.
it, or no oil under it, don't
Little
fly. There's no
circle.
oil in it.
Got it. So oil's a good thing.
Yeah. Well, Josh, shall
It
we go
doesn't look
fly?
like a butterfly.
I think we should.
Why doesn't it look like a
I'm in your hands,
butterfly?
gentlemen. Let's go.
Probably it's not good. Maybe when it's fitted, it looks like a
The
butterfly.
DC-4 may not be the size of a jumbo jet, but don't call her small. Her wingspan is 118 feet, and she weighs a hefty 73,000 pounds.
Just relax.
In design, she's nearly identical to Northwest 2501, offering me the rare opportunity to understand what may have happened aboard that fateful flight. That is, if I can find my seat. I'm going here.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
See? It's a butterfly wing.
This is
See? Two butterfly wings.
He has no battery.
Okay, David, that's how before start.
I want to play for what he's running.
Complete.
What?
Before anyone turns a key, Tim and
There's
Dave
a
have a
butterfly.
lengthy series
It
of
looks like a butterfly
technical
flying
checklists.
at the sky.
And I do need
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a butterfly. Look, here.
Posted here on the wall.
Colour in your butterfly.
What
What do you want?
Will be 3, 4, 2, 1,
You want a butterfly?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Crystal, what you got, Crystal? What is the drawing? Show me. Show me the drawing.
Where do you play?
The first of the 4 80-year-old engines springs
I
to
don't know
life.
what's the name of this.
Okay, maybe not springs.
Which one?
No, this one. The daddy's drawing.
One by one, the other engines are carefully ignited.
Whoa, that looks like a butterfly.
Chantel, hold it. Chantel, yours, hold it. No, did not that one. What is this?
A ladybug. He is silly.
A ladybug.
Ow! Mommy, step up.
Put over there in the mirror.
Pilots coax her forward and we taxi out onto the runway.
Whoa, that's
the colours of
The DC-4 roars as it gains speed.
Bring me in the
And we're quickly running out of tarmac.
Hmm? Because that's the legs.
The nose lifts up
Oh, but the clothes.
and we soar
They're going
into
in
the sky.
oh yeah,
Our
those.
destination?
That's okay. But that's a lot of legs. Run and run.
6 legs. And then you've got to colour in the wings behind it. Yeah?
Yeah, but it's in a different color. There's her ears.
It's their
It looks like
antenna. It's their antenna. Hmm?
Their ears are a little weird, but that's okay. They're also funny. It looks like a bull. We need to run.
Switching internet and electricity to one great provider. Or you get 3 months free internet. It's free to switch and free to set up. So do the dono.
Colour it in different colours. Yeah. Yeah.
Show me, anak. I have record, nak.
It's a bit funny. It's like from the bottom.
Nak, show me.
My phone to be the robot.
This is not.
Huh?
I didn't know how to. Come on, show me.
Ah. It's like cartoon, they don't care. As long as they can colour it in.
You wanna color it?
Yeah, I was gonna color it in.
Here.
What if you want to choose your own hospital? What if you want to stay with your childhood dentist? What if you want access to progressive therapies or access to experts in mental health?
Color it here. I'm hold it for you.
Oh, you can't do that. She needs to put it down flat so she
Speak
can
to a
colour it.
real person about what's important to you. Then you be with HIF because we give you the freedom to choose. Visit hif.com.au to find out more.
Mommy, look, I'm good at not getting all the lines.
Good job.
Dylan's always one step ahead. That's why she's with Vodafone, the #1 global 5G network, and in Australia, our best network yet. Making a search,
I know.
download, and stream faster than ever.
Oh, boy.
The #1 global 5G network. Vodafone.
I think with lowest prices, it's kind of like a blank canvas of like, okay, I know I can afford it. I know that I can get what I need, so what can I do? And maybe I can do more than I thought I could initially.
2400 watt blower light launcher, joint value of $35. Marquee 7-piece swing outdoor setting, $199. Fire extinguisher, an amazing $27.50.
We find a competitor's lowest price on the same stuffed item.
Here, you can hold it.
Okay. Bye bye.
Prices are just the beginning.
The formula is so effective it visibly reduces 100%.
You want color your lady
and
band?
it's just $25.97. Live, look, feel fabulous at Chemist
You want
Warehouse.
color it? You can color it.
Hey, is that my red? Hey, is that mine? I wanted to choose it. Hey, I don't want the red.
Hey, stop fighting. There's more than one red. Stop fighting. Hey. Sit down.
Color it.
I would make cheeks. That's cheeks.
What are you doing?
Your cheeks. You're silly, yeah.
I'm investigating the case of America's vanished airliner, Northwest Flight 2501, which disappeared over Lake Michigan in 1950 and has never been found.
Okay, then.
To learn about the fateful trip, I'm taking an exclusive flight on one of the
I'm
best
doing this
operating DC-4s on Earth,
Huh?
expertly flown by pilots Dave Shirtliff and Tim Choate.
Hi, Crystal, can you give me other color? I don't like brown.
Like, everything you draw looks like poop.
Hurry up! Don't draw it in your pants.
What's wrong with you?
God.
Unlike today, where planes are tracked using
I'll throw 'em out.
radar
Believe me,
station.
And now she's drawn on the couch.
In 1950, civil aircraft would have to manually check in with
Throw 'em
airport
out.
towers as they traveled and receive instructions as they progressed. Air traffic control was primarily done with blackboards and people who were very good at math. They would take the pilot's reports and then estimate where everyone would be. Then do it all over again when the next reports came in.
Are you finished? Yes, that was a robot. I want to play a
beautiful summer evening. Like this. Just like this, 55 passengers in the crew of 3. Crew of 3, so there would have been a pilot,
Yes,
co-pilot,
good.
and a
Watch
flight
this.
attendant, right? Correct. The initial rate was very comfortable. We were having challenges around.
Cruising at 6,000 feet, the first few hours of the flight passed uneventfully. Being a night flight, many of the passengers no doubt try to sleep during the trip to Minneapolis. At 10:20 p.m., Flight 2501 crosses into Ohio.
Why?
2.5 hours after departing LaGuardia, the pilot in Air Cleveland to change to 4,000.
Descending to 4,000?
Yeah, this is an unpressurized airplane, so you can't go too high.
We cruise at high altitudes in pressurized airplane cabins, which allow us to travel safely without oxygen masks. Flight 2501, like all commercial flights of the time, was unpressurized, so they generally had to fly under 10,000 feet.
Hey, stop! Stop!
Princesses go over me and he hit my head. I don't like
Isabel, move. Crystal, stop being silly. You're the one that's going to get hurt. Okay? You've already had a sore arm. Stop being silly. If you want to do that, go over there where you're not annoying anybody. Isabel, grow up. Jesus.
At a weather station at Manitowoc, Wisconsin, meteorologists recorded a 115 millibar drop in air pressure and wind gusts of 71 miles an hour as the squall rolled through. Flight 2501, unaware of the storm's intensity, would be flying directly into it. Continuing west, the pilots check in with the control tower at Battle Creek, Michigan, as scheduled.
Northwest 2501, position Battle Creek. Estimating Milwaukee, 2337.
What's the last radio call we know of from Flight 2501?
Okay, after Battle Creek 1213, they requested to continue their descent to 2,500 feet. First likely due to turbulence.
Make sure everyone's seatbelt is fastened.
As they approach Lake Michigan, the wind kicks up, and at only 3,500 feet, they feel every gust.
Control, Northwest 2501. Request permission to descend to 2,500 feet. Do you copy?
Go heads and face on them. Hats.
And at that point, does the pilot say where he is?
Yes, he did. He reported that he was in the vicinity of Benton Harbor, Michigan.
2501 was flying on a kind of highway in the sky called an airway. This one was Red 57. On that route, they were supposed to cross the lake over the town of Glen. Yet the pilot claimed he was near Benton Harbor, almost 50 miles to the south. Assuming his position was correct, why did 2501 go off course? It's a mystery that has never been fully explained. And then, what do we hear from them after that? Anything?
Nothing after that.
That's it.
That's it.
At 12:15 a.m. on June 24th, 1950, Flight 2501 flies into the heart of a massive storm and disappears.
Boy.
Her fate isn't a mystery for long, though, as grim clues begin to wash ashore. At the time, it is the worst air disaster in American history. With only 6 of these planes still flying in the world, I don't know that I'm going to get another opportunity to ask this question. You fly a DC-4. What do you think happened to that flight?
Well, I think he got over the lake into a very severe thunderstorm of extreme turbulence and either had structural failure or he just encountered a downdraft situation that he couldn't overcome and ended up in the lake.
You literally mean winds pushing down on the plane and they're too low to recover out of that?
Yeah,
That is correct.
Wow. And it is possible to have turbulence bad enough to break this plane apart?
It is, yes.
Wow. Sitting in one of the few DC-4s left in the air, this is perhaps the closest I'll ever get to being in the shoes of the passengers aboard 2501. It's a terrifying thought to imagine this plane flying in a storm, and even worse, to imagine what came next. But thankfully, on today's flight,
Very good.
Tim and Dave are navigating
Cool.
in calmer weather.
Use a different colour. Do the dots.
Hey, listen, I really appreciate you guys having me up here. Thank you guys. We're delighted that you were doing so well. Okay, let's
Oh, the whole thing in one
back to
colour.
the airport here.
Tim brings the plane around and begins the landing procedure. It's every bit as detailed as the one he used for takeoff.
Handles down, pressure's up, figuring right. Left. Winds 30.
530, 100, down at 700. 98, down at 700. 95, idle. And it's an idle. 85, down at 700. 80. Hydraulics. I'm messing that up.
Can you keep the stick back?
Right, that's stick.
Tim, will I open my eyes? Are we alive?
Yeah.
Oh, what a thrill.
When the plane safely touches down, I realize how much I take modern air safety for granted. In the 1950s, on a DC-4, you never had the luxury of forgetting the dangers of flying.
I need a drink. Come on.
I've flown in Northwest 2501's doppelganger. Now, it's time to go find the original. Coming up.
That's brand new information.
This changes everything. So put another way, there's probably an airplane wreck somewhere in there.
That's where my money would be.
That looks like debris.
This could be it.
You got debris.
Tuesday, Andrew asked the big questions.
How many have done something
Daddy?
to help out
What?
the money? Has
There you
increased
go.
the select?
Give me a black.
Has seen that
You made one colour. Give me a black.
we're on the internet.
Oh, that's two colours. Yeah, give me a black.
Daddy, Daddy,
Hey, you tell what it is.
Daddy.
Yes.
What does that mean? That just says rainbow to outside. Daddy.
Green. What?
Daddy, what does that mean? That just says beep.
I don't know. It was a car horn, okay?
Crystal!
To make delicious and
It's green
nutritious
now.
quick meals,
Look.
whether it's low carb, calorie smart, or veg.
Wow!
Some recipes and fresh ingredients. that
Look
everyone will enjoy.
at mine.
Now at hellofresh.com.au.
I have shirt, pants, shirt, skirt, shirt, dress, pants. Daddy, look. I have shirt, dress,
Yes.
dress, pants, shirt, and skirt. Look at my hair. It's much more.
Inside of the 20, Tommy Turbo is over again. Unreal. Where did that come from?
Unreal comes from here. And here. Unreal comes from real hits. Real rivals.
The last game for Ben Marshall.
And real history. Unreal comes from real pride.
Okay, I'm coming.
Real chances. And real glory. Rugby league.
Real.
It's so real, it's unreal.
This is Dylan. Dylan's always one step ahead. That's why she's with Vodafone, the #1 global 5G network.
that
And
better?
in Australia, our best network yet. Letting her search, shop, download, and stream faster than ever before. The #1 global 5G network.
Oh wow,
Vodafone.
that's beautiful.
It's a bit better, isn't it?
If you've been injured
Now you
at
can
work,
sort of
it's
see what it is.
important to
Show
know
'em
where you
up.
stand. Talk to
You
Australia's
need
number one
to
plaintiff law
use a
firm.
different colour, like a
Morris
blue or
Blackburn Lawyers will
something in the
maximize
spots,
your
sweetheart.
Blue.
So you
I see
can
There's
now.
no blue. Why isn't there any blue?
call us now.
Where are they all?
Costs nothing.
Actually, the blue looks like.
There's one on the door.
Is it what
There's
I
one on the
holding
front.
it?
On June
Wow,
24th,
so pretty.
1950,
Like.
2501.
There's 20. How many are left?
Wow.
It's supposed to be 20. I'm not buying this
Never been found.
crap anymore. You don't look
To learn
after
about the
anything.
details of her fateful flight, I took a ride in
Just
one
a
of the
waste.
few DC-4s still in the air.
Spent
We now
$20
know
getting
that
20
weather
different
almost
colours and
certainly took down the
you
plane,
lose them all.
but we're left with one massive mystery: the location
That
of the
looks
wreck.
beautiful, Mommy.
Hmm?
That looks beautiful.
I grabbed some wheels
Beautiful.
and put Pennsylvania
You want,
in the
you want me
rearview
to
mirror.
do the stripy clothes?
Very good. Can you draw a dress? Is that the dress? Where the dress is?
A dress?
Oh, that one?
Hmm.
I had a chance to work with Valerie recently as we searched for
And
a
a
famous
butterfly.
shipwreck known as the Griffin. Working
I
alongside
can
Great
make
Lakes
a
explorer Chris
stripy
Cole,
long sleeve
Valerie
if
and
you
I
want
dove Lake Huron
stripe.
off the coast of Canada
Okay.
for the explorer LaSalle's lost ship.
How did you learn this?
Hmm?
How did you learn this?
Was mommy's designer before, no? Mommy's
What?
We discovered
mommy's
two
working in the
previously
shopping center
uncharted
before
wrecks.
na.
The
Kaya,
Mommy?
Bruno
What?
and
Can
the
you
Stewart
draw a man wearing? Can you draw a lady wearing a dress like that one?
I'm not
Okay, that one.
I'm not good
At drawing man.
drawing in a girl and
Around when it comes to wrecks in the Great Lakes, and she's determined to find the
Boy?
best place of
I'm not good enough.
2501.
You don't know how to draw a
It's a 6-hour drive
circle.
around one Great Lake to the shores of another. But when I get to South Haven, Michigan, it feels more like I've driven back in
You
time.
did. So, why
Stop
do I
saying
keep,
that you did, Anna.
why do I keep saying
That's
that?
why I didn't give you anymore the iPad.
Why do I keep saying that, Mommy?
When I go sightseeing, it takes 45
Weird.
seconds. Once I've seen everything in town, twice, I go to find Valerie, who's asked
It's
to
not
meet me
only
on
I
the
just
banks
learned
of
that, also that I always put it loud. That's one. Two.
Great to see you again. See you too. How have you been?
Okay, if you don't know how to do it, I can do the body. I can do the body and the face. I can do the leg. I can do the girl, and you can do the dress. That's all. Okay? If you don't know how to do it.
Valerie, her husband Jack, and their partner Craig Rich lead a team of investigators and divers at the Michigan Shipwreck Research Association. Together, they've discovered 20 previously undocumented wrecks at the bottom of the lake. But the more Valerie read about the missing plane, the more she became fixated on finding it.
58 people went missing in modern history, and families of these victims have never gotten closure.
Right. Imagine losing one parent, both parents, maybe in some cases.
Exactly.
And never knowing what happened to them.
Right. And that's what really captured my interest in trying to
I'm
solve
not
this
good in drawing, Anna.
But
This
you're good
15-year
at.
passion project
But you're
became
good
a
at
subject of
clothes.
obsession. She conducted
You're
over
good at
100
drawing
interviews with
clothes.
family members of the victims.
Mommy, this one looks like a shopping one.
And former Northwest
This one
officials.
looks like a shopping
Poured over
one.
thousands of
The shopper's
documents to
clothes.
write
It looks like
fatal
that.
facts.
Look at the
Definitive
pocket.
record of the lost
Yeah.
Northwest flight.
I can make two pockets.
Two pockets. Mommy,
Yes.
can you make my uniform?
Huh?
Can you make my uniform? Or no?
Hmm.
What?
60 to 80 miles from here.
The search of Lake
I don't know how to do it. If you don't need to draw the S, Mommy.
a fisherman pulls
You don't
out
need to draw
a
the
hot
S.
catch,
Yeah.
a dress shirt.
You can just draw the stripy one. It's a stripy one. Yeah, you're doing my.
Nets are bringing up loads of
It
After
looks
notifying
like
the
a
Coast
boo.
Guard, search
That's
efforts
how
are
dead.
quickly relocated to South Haven.
What? Why did I say
What
that?
about on shore? Does anything wash up here?
There was all manner of debris that washed ashore. These were suitcases, personal effects. There were a foam from the seat cushions. There was a little baby doll that
Help
a
me.
child
Why do I
was
always have to do everything?
Stop moving.
identifiable. This was so gruesome. The mayor of South Haven had to close the beach.
Stop moving.
Became a national national fascination, dominating headlines as the search for victims got underway.
Rescue craft and planes searched the waters of Lake Michigan near South Haven, Michigan, for clues to the worst airline disaster in U.S. history.
I forgot. I think that's my laptop. And then
Unfortunately, Northwest 2501 was pushed off the front pages the next day by another story, the beginning of the Korean War. And it wasn't just the newspapers. The whole country reverted to war footing, and the crash was the first casualty. Families of victims were never notified of their relatives' fate. There were no burial ceremonies for the few remains that were recovered. And far, far too quickly, 2501 was forgotten. It's something that Valerie is desperate to rectify. So, okay, how do you go about figuring out where the plane is?
Well, come with me and I'll show you.
Okay, come on.
Hey.
Valerie brings me down the road to a marine warehouse turned headquarters. South Haven is where Valerie and her team at the MSRA coordinated the
you can ask your daddy, Anna.
like the SS Michigan, missing since 1885, and the Hennepin, gone since 1927, both discovered by her
She's
team.
not having it in the bedroom. She can have it out here.
Manning the fort here is Valerie's husband and partner, Jack Van Heest.
Hey,
Jack, great
who
to
wants the
meet you.
Bickies and cheese?
Pleasure. You guys have a regular...
Hello?
Well, for so many years, South Haven has been our base of operations.
Yeah, eat it out here. It is cheese, Isabel. Stop arguing with me.
This chart shows the flight, yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
You don't even eat them. How would you know what it is?
So this is flight 2501.
Jesus.
So it moves out over the lake, crashes somewhere, never to be seen again. Okay, so that's a lot of water.
So the first thing we did
Go and do
is
it
get our
yourself,
hands
Isabel,
on
you
the
can.
Civil
You
Aeronautics
just-
Board reports, the CAB report.
Is that a
That
huge
bag?
investigative document?
No, it's not. It's only 4 pages long.
4 pages.
4 pages. That's all there is. 6,000 words.
Right. Okay, and do they have any analysis on where the plane crashed?
It does at the top. It says location.
So yeah, crash in Lake Michigan, approximately 18 miles north-northwest of Benton Harbor. Okay, so, dumb question. Wouldn't this be the first place to look?
Well, it was.
Did you go there?
We looked, and there was nothing.
Nothing there. Not a scrap.
No.
Okay, so where do you go from here?
So we start digging deeper, we do some research, the local media picks that up, does a story, and then lo and behold, we get a phone call from Clive Cussler, author and explorer.
Clive Cussler is the author of more than 80 adventure books. But on the side, he's also become the patron saint of wreck hunters, helping to locate more than 60 sunken ships around the world. He was so intrigued by this case that he spent several seasons sponsoring Valerie's team.
So he offers to send a search crew to South Haven to work with us to find this wreckage.
We had this huge body of water. We knew we had to narrow down. And we knew that the Navy and the Coast Guard ships had been out there searching and finding debris and remains. So we found the Coast Guard and Navy logbooks in the National Archives.
The actual logbooks from their search.
Yeah, the actual logbooks. We got them right here.
So what's important about these documents is they give us coordinates of where the Coast Guard was picking up debris every 4 hours during a week-long search.
And exactly what they were doing.
That's huge.
Oh, yeah.
The Coast Guard meticulously mapped every piece of debris that they recovered and logged it with a precise latitude and longitude. In total, they collected more than 7,000 pounds from the plane, only 10% of its weight. The logbooks provided Val and Jack with a real-time look at the rescue effort and gave them new places to look for the aircraft. So roughly, where are they finding debris on here?
They're finding debris right in this area here.
Any clues in the debris itself?
Well, we've got some of it if you'd like to take a look.
You actually have items that were on board the plane?
We do.
Valerie retrieves a box containing some of the debris recovered in 1950, which she and her colleagues have collected as part of their exhaustive effort at preservation.
The contents of this box are fairly emotional. These are actual things pulled from the water.
It's my job to find artifacts of the past, but what Valerie shows me here is absolutely overwhelming. Oh my word.
How many of you will make it to the final ceremony?
I didn't think we needed this, but maybe we did.
Biggest surprise. And the soul. She's not known that
Dry, itchy and sensitive skin? Try Dermavant Extra Hydration Soap from Chemist Warehouse. It gently cleanses without irritating or drying skin, and the Oat Active Plus formula protects skin in 6 ways, helping skin get back to how it should be. Exclusive to Chemist Warehouse, Dermavant Extra Hydration Soap-Free Wash 1.25 litre is just $16.99. For added hydration, follow with Extra Hydration Moisturising Lotion. Live, look, feel well at Chemist Warehouse.
Hellofresh. Everything you need to make home cooking easy. Whatever your plans, from midweek quick and easy meals to show-stopping family feasts, you're covered. Order your box now at hellofresh.com.au.
When tested, many competitor security screens failed to meet Australian standards. We set our own standards, reaching up to 1,200 joules of impact strength. At CrimSafe, we never sleep, so you can.
Introducing the 2022 Hyundai Palisade, the flagship of our SUV range. Boldly designed with first-class technology and 8 seats over 3 luxurious rows. Your kiddos will love it.
Yeah, it's good.
Mummy, look at
When's the last time you took a good
Yes,
look at
Papa
your skin?
here. Hey, Papa.
And how much you're losing?
Because pink plus blue equals purple. And also red plus blue.
And for its low
Purple.
cost, sustainable option.
He's gonna get us!
Your money.
He's gonna get us!
Vision Super. Super good super.
Busy days, fatty foods, and alcohol can leave your gut feeling off balance, not 100%. Step 1, restore digestive balance with the goodness of live probiotics. Restore feeling good every day with Nature's Way Restore Probiotic.
This
is Kayla. She's looking for her next upgrade, so it's a good thing she switched to Vodafone. Get the new Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. Trade in an eligible device and save up to $1,320 when you stay connected to a selected plan. Only at Vodafone.
In the overnight hours of June 24th, 1950, a DC-4 passenger plane carrying 58 people disappeared while flying through a storm over Lake Michigan. The crash site has never been found. Almost 70 years later, Valerie and Jack Van Heest believe they have the key to locating the wreckage. But right now, Valerie is about to show me the reason she spent thousands of hours on this search.
The contents of this box are fairly emotional. These are the personal effects of a passenger, Merle Barton.
34-year-old Merle Barton owned a beauty salon in Minnesota. When 2501 went into Lake Michigan, he left behind a wife and a 2-year-old daughter.
We've got Merle Barton's checkbook register found floating in the water.
Oh my word. This is his actual checkbook. Austin State Bank of Austin, Minnesota. This is something that might have actually been on his person.
Exactly.
May I?
Yes. You will find in here the registry for the ticket he purchased on this flight.
Come on. The last entry, Northwest Airlines, $94.30, it looks like. That's the plane ticket.
Cost of a one-way ticket.
It's kind of hard to look at even. Ooh, that's tough.
Yeah. Now, what's harder to see is Merle Barton's jacket. And this was found floating on the lake. Returned to his family.
So this is actual suit jacket that he's wearing on the flight.
And so now we really understand that this is a human tragedy.
That's tough.
It's very hard.
It's just when you see something so, when you just see something like this, I mean, it's
And it's for his daughter and all the other children of victims that we want to find the final answer of what happened to this plane.
The fate of these artifacts will be wiped.
These are slated for a museum exhibit.
That's good. That's good. Okay, so let's pack this stuff away. Valerie returns the personal effects to storage, leaving me with a new sense of how
Hey,
important this case
stop
truly is.
running around. Somebody's going to get hurt.
Has more than just
Enough!
sentimental value.
Stop doing that.
Valerie looked for 2501.
Thank you.